The three sisters, Syra, Velna, and Myra, stood atop the grand balcony of the imperial palace, gazing down at the trembling human ambassador before them. Their violet-hued skin shimmered under the twin moons of Zaltris V, and their golden eyes gleamed with amusement as they exchanged knowing glances. Humans were a primitive species, their frail bodies encased in odd garments, their technology laughable compared to the splendor of the Zaltrian Empire. Yet, here was one, standing before them with a plea for an alliance. Syra flicked her long, webbed fingers dismissively. This is absurd. What could these creatures possibly offer us? Trade, Velna scoffed. Our resources far exceed theirs. Protection? She laughed, a melodic yet sharp sound. From whom? Myra, the youngest yet perhaps the most cunning, tilted her head, a smirk playing on her lips. From the Tarvax? The humans wouldn't last a day in a war against them. The ambassador, a man named Elias Carrington, clenched his fists but kept his composure. He had expected such a reaction. Humans were new to the galactic stage, but Earth's advancements in recent years had been astonishing. Still, respect was earned, not given. Your Majesty, he addressed the Zaltrian king, Sorixon, who sat upon his floating throne, his face unreadable. Humanity seeks peace and cooperation. We do not come as beggars, but as potential allies. Together we could. Syra rolled her eyes. Enough of this drivel. Velna leaned forward. Tell me, human, do your kind believe they are equal to us? Not equal, Elias said, meeting her gaze. But worthy. Laughter erupted from the three sisters. The court joined them, the air filled with derision. Elias had expected skepticism, but not outright mockery. But then, King Sorixon raised his hand, and silence fell. You three find amusement in this human's courage? His voice was deep, commanding. Tell me, my daughters, do you believe they are truly beneath us? Syra smirked. Beyond a doubt. They are weak, Velna added. Insignificant, Myra concluded. The king leaned back, his glowing eyes narrowing. Very well. If you are so certain of their inferiority, then you shall prove it. He turned his gaze upon Elias. Ambassador, do you believe in your species' worth? Elias straightened. Yes. Then a test. My daughters mock your kind, and so they shall live among you. The king's words sent a ripple of gasps through the court. For one Zaltrian year, they will walk as humans, and if, by the end of it, they still hold their disdain, they may return. However, if they find merit in your people, they will wed you and your chosen representatives. Elias's heart pounded. The implications were immense. And if they refuse? Then they shall be exiled from Zaltris forever. The sisters paled. Father, you can't be serious. Myra protested. Oh, but I am, Sorixon said, his voice like steel. You will learn humility, one way or another. Thus, the decree was made. The three alien sisters, royalty of one of the most powerful empires in the galaxy, were to become human. The transition was not a gentle one. Within days, Syra, Velna, and Myra found themselves on Earth, their bodies altered to blend seamlessly with humanity. Their luminous violet skin was gone, replaced by soft human tones. Their once golden eyes dimmed into shades of hazel and green. Their powerful physiques had diminished, leaving them feeling vulnerable for the first time in their lives. Syra groaned as she adjusted to the weight of her new body, her fingers trembling as she tried to grip a simple utensil at breakfast. Velna scowled at the blandness of human food, and Myra, usually the most adaptable, found herself struggling to comprehend the intricate web of human emotions she was suddenly overwhelmed with. Elias, now their appointed guide, observed them carefully. This is only the beginning. You'll need to learn how to live among us, work as we do, and understand what it means to be human. Syra shot him a glare. And if we refuse? Elias folded his arms. You know the answer to that. With no other choice, the three sisters embarked on their reluctant journey into human society, each of them determined to prove their father wrong. But as days turned to weeks and weeks into months, they would soon discover that humanity was far more complex and far more powerful than they had ever imagined. Their days became a lesson in humility and resilience. Syra, always the warrior, found herself struggling to navigate a simple self-defense class, where brute force was less important than technique. Velna, the sister who prided herself on intellect, was humbled by the vastness of human knowledge and creativity. Myra, the most adaptable, found herself drawn to human emotions, realizing that their depth and intensity made them anything but weak. Elias guided them through these trials, ensuring they faced their challenges head-on. Over time, the sisters found themselves slowly integrating into human society, their disdain giving way to curiosity. Syra found herself impressed by human perseverance, Velna by their scientific ingenuity, and Myra by the unyielding strength of human emotions. As the year neared its end, the sisters faced a final challenge, a test set forth by King Sorixon himself. They would have to make their decision: return to Zaltris with their preconceived notions intact, or accept their newfound respect for humanity and uphold the marriage decree. For the first time, the sisters hesitated, the weight of their experiences shaping their choice in ways they never expected. When the final day arrived, Elias escorted the sisters to a gathering of Earth's representatives. The Human Council stood proudly, a mix of diplomats, scientists, and leaders who had worked closely with the sisters over the year. Each representative embodied a quality the sisters had come to admire: courage, ingenuity, empathy, and resilience. Syra, now deeply affected by the tenacity of human determination, stood before the council. I once believed strength was measured by physical power and military might, but I was wrong. True strength lies in resilience, in facing challenges with unwavering resolve. Velna stepped forward, her analytical mind now tempered with humility. Human creativity and innovation are remarkable. Your kind has accomplished so much with so little. I underestimated the brilliance of your minds. Myra, her voice softer than usual, addressed the group. And I thought emotions made you weak. But I see now that it's your greatest strength. Love, compassion, even grief. These emotions drive you to do extraordinary things. King Sorixon appeared as a hologram, his stern gaze assessing his daughters. You have learned much, it seems. But the question remains: will you uphold the decree? Will you honor this alliance by joining your lives with theirs? Syra glanced at Elias, who had been their steadfast guide. Yes, she said firmly. I will. Velna and Myra exchanged looks before nodding. As will we, Velna said. Humanity has proven its worth. The court on Zaltris erupted in murmurs, and Sorixon's expression softened. You have done well, my daughters. You have learned humility and respect. This alliance will strengthen both our peoples. The year-long trial concluded not with mockery or disdain, but with mutual respect and understanding. The sisters, once proud and dismissive, became bridges between two worlds. Their marriages to their chosen human counterparts symbolized not just a union of individuals, but a bond of cooperation and hope for the future. And so, humanity and Zaltris began a new chapter together, proving that even the most unlikely of alliances could flourish when built on respect, understanding, and unity.